Guys, I'm stuck in a forest right now, and it's about to turn night, and all I have on me to tell the time is an LCD watch. I can't see it during the night because it doesn't have a backlight. What am I to do to escape from this forest that I find myself stuck in? Oh my gosh, is this what I think it is? Is this a CRT Watch Mark III? By golly, it is. It's a CRT Watch Mark III. Now I can finally know the time in this pitch black forest without having to use a flashlight.
Now introducing the CRT Watch Mark III, the ultimate in cathode ray tube watch technology. Give it to your cat. Give it to your other cat. This is the most flexible CRT watch ever created, guaranteed to fit your cat of choice. Don't you appreciate my gift to you? I made this just for you, Gracie. For over 2 years now, I have been working to create a watch that uses a CRT to tell time. I couldn't really tell you why I had this idea. Maybe it's because for years I've been fascinated with these displays, or it could be the fact that they even made these tubes this small in the first place, and it seems most people don't even know these tubes exist. Whatever the reason, I have been iterating for quite some time now, and I have created the smallest, most visible, and most attractive CRT watch yet. When camcorders first became publicly widespread, there was an issue. In order to take digital video and monitor it, you need a screen. Easy enough, right? But in the mid-80s, LCD and LED screens sucked, and their pixel density was like one of those pin art toys. The only screen technology we had extensive time to improve and work with was the CRT. They had been around since the 1800s, and without getting too into the specifics, direct a cathode ray from an electron gun and move the rays onto phosphorus, making it glow in certain areas and not in others to create the picture. This actually means these screens don't have pixels per se and are actually only limited by the size of the beam. If you look at my watch, the screen is actually black and white, even though in the 80s color TVs had existed for decades. What's with that? Well, in order to make a CRT display color, you need 3 beams positioned in a way where each beam can see certain parts of the screen. To do it, they use what's called a shadow mask, which allows for the individual colors to only show in their respective areas, and making the illusion of more than 3 colors possible. This means on top of fitting all those extra components in, you need a very, very fine shadow mask in order to make the resolution bearable. Doesn't really matter for me though, since I'm only displaying numbers, not art or video, though it would be pretty nice to have some sort of color going on there. I wonder if there was a way for me to show how a CRT works without having to make graphics for it. I wonder what I should do. Oh wait, there's a CRT in my backyard that doesn't work, probably, that I can splay its guts out for all of your enjoyment. Now you can finally see what the inside of a CRT looks like. So, without further ado, the autopsy of this CRT tube. Well, now I need a mask. So now I'm going to be wearing a mask for the rest of this. So you may be wondering, what the heck does that thing do that I'm holding? Well, Mr. Electron Beam can't just sit in the middle of the screen. He has to be deflected around and move around to different places, and the only way to do that is with magnets. So the magnets just constantly change their voltage, which makes the electron beam move in funky ways to create the image that you can see on your screen. And now, back to a caveman banging his tool against some glass. I wonder what these super cool tensioned metal beams are for. Well, they actually are the shadow mask. Unlike my example from before, which was in a checkerboard pattern, this TV is in a stripe pattern, and all it does is direct the red, green, and blue beams into what you can see there, the phosphorus, which comes off very easily because it was never meant to be exposed like this. And you can even see the different colors of the phosphorus there when I zoom in a lot. Yay! Now it's time to dispose of the body! I'm sure it will go to a nice, happy home. There are actually some tiny CRTs that are in color, but they are few and far between. If I ever get my hands on one of them, I might turn it into a watch, but if it's in a camera, I would be more inclined to preserve it, since they are pretty rare. The guts of this guy are actually the same as the Mark II, just without the bulky mirror and battery, along with neater wiring, just to squeeze out every spare millimeter I can get. The plexiglass cover is also different on the Mark III. While the Mark II shows off my beautiful engineering, I wanted the 3 to be more refined. In order to cover up the ugly insides, I traced a logo onto it using my phone and spray painted over it to fully cover it, sparing the CRT, of course, since that's the star of the show and it's cool to see the phosphorus glow from the back. And I'm sure these are the only 2 CRT watches in the world, so if you want one, good luck. I'm always willing to help out in the comments if you have any questions, and I go more into the specifics of how I made it on a previous video, linked in the description. And with that, let's take a moment to appreciate the CRT Watch Mark III and all of its glory. Gracie, do you like the CRT Watch Mark III? You like it? Huh? It's pretty cool, huh? Right? Come on. Look, what's the time?
No? Okay, I'll just leave this with you. Okay?